Hey everybody, I'm Steve
And I'm Claudia.
with Disconnect for Adventure.
As you all know, we've already talked about that we went to Sandals in Jamaica in December. And one of the things that we wanted to talk about are the restaurants and all the delicious food that they have to offer.
So we stayed at Sandals Royal Caribbean. So we're just going to go over the different restaurants that they have stuff that they have to offer there. They have 9 total restaurants that you can enjoy there. And we'll break it down by breakfast, lunch, and dinner just to make it easy.
Yeah.
So starting off with breakfast, they have 2 different offerings there. They have the Spices restaurant, which is a dinner place, but they offer breakfast there in a buffet style format. In the buffet, they have different themes each day, from traditional American breakfast to English breakfast to Caribbean style breakfast. But they also have like some of the basic offerings like an omelet station and waffles, pancakes, that kind of stuff every day.
It's a nice little combination of the basics of a buffet, but then they try to change up a little bit of stuff every day, so then it's a little bit different offerings.
They'll have stuff like traditional Jamaican breakfast dishes like fish and milk and different things that they'll offer on certain days, which is nice because then you get to try a little bit of the ethnic food in the area.
Right. Aside from any type of, let's say, themed breakfast that they have for the day, they also have the basics such as oatmeal or different pastries and breads and bagels that if you want something just on the smaller side, there were some days that we chose to just to have some oatmeal and toast and a drink and that's it. And then other days you had like 2 full plates of sausage and bacon and omelets.
They just definitely had a lot to offer. You grab your plate, you go into the restaurant, they sit you down, you get coffee, milk, you can have champagne, you can have mimosas in the morning, whatever you want, they have pretty much. And so that's what we did most days that we were there. In the Indian restaurant, which is called Bombay's, for breakfast, they have a full sit-down breakfast that you can enjoy if you'd like, where they wait on you. And actually, we found the quality of that breakfast is very good. Actually, better than the buffet. It just takes a little bit longer because you got to be served, and they're making it fresh. But they did have. I felt like the quality was a little bit better there overall.
I enjoyed the eggs Benedict. That's always
The eggs Benedict was very impressive, and the omelets were fantastic there too. I really enjoyed those.
But wait, the best part was the view. The view was amazing. While you're eating, we were out in the patio. You could sit inside or outside, and we sat outside, and it was just...
You're right over the bay, looking out at the island, the private island at the place, and
that was fantastic.
It was a great view in the morning. Great way to spend breakfast. So for lunch, they have various options at Royal Caribbean. They have Bella Napoli, which is one of the pizza places where they make fresh pizzas that we had there at one point for one of the lunches. And it was okay. I wouldn't say it was the best pizza of my life, but it was good for lunch.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Another place is Mariners, which is located right next door. In fact, you order from the same person at Royal Caribbean. And Mariners has like burgers and like fish burgers, and they had the what kind of patties? The beef patties and chicken
salads.
patties.
Oh gosh, the beef patties were
Amazing.
Amazing.
They were delicious.
My favorite,
and
for
we should have
sure.
brought some home. Jamaican beef patties and chicken patties, both fantastic. At first, we didn't know what they were, and somebody recommended to us, and amazing. Highly recommend if you go
I
there.
feel like every day we had them. They were so good.
Yeah, they were delicious. And then they have the Jerk Shack, is like pure Caribbean Jamaican food that they have. It's out on the private island at Royal Caribbean. Every Sandals has a Jerk Shack, from what I understand. And they just have traditional jerk chicken, jerk pork, jerk beef. They have, what else do they have there? Fish and foil, which was fantastic. That was probably my favorite thing the whole trip was the fish and foil. Just delicious overall.
The bread.
Yeah, the bread. What do they call it?
Festival.
The festivals. They were delicious. So highly recommend the Jerk Shack. And they're, like I said, at all Sandals locations.
The nice thing about Jerk Shack is just a quick, even though it's like very traditional flavors, you're getting it quick. It's just like a little fast food type of thing. You sit, they'll come serve you really quick, and it's a nice little
And it's a good
lunch.
amount of food. I mean, you can order whatever you want at Sandals. You get 20 of the same thing if you want, but it's a good portion every time they bring it. It was actually quite different than I thought it was going to be, and the quality was very high, and I was very impressed with it. We both were.
Yeah.
So also then at every Sandals too, they have a buffet for lunch. So Spices, which is one of their Caribbean restaurants, they had a buffet. Same place they have breakfast, they have a lunch buffet, and it's a different theme every day, just like the breakfast. We never partaked in that. at Sandals Royal Caribbean. We just found that we'd rather go to a restaurant or one of the sit-down places. We
Yeah.
just preferred that
But every
overall.
day they have a different theme. There's traditional Caribbean, they had Mexican, they had Italian, and
American.
yeah, like
So
American.
they
type of
rotate
stuff.
around, and yeah, I mean, it looked good. It wasn't for us. We wanted to try the
Yeah.
other restaurants. We'd rather sit down, or we just weren't in the area at the time. We were at the beach, and we just Mariners is right on the beach, so it makes it easy and convenient. So next, let's talk about dinner at Royal Caribbean. So dinner, they have 6 different offerings. So starting with Bombay, which is an Indian restaurant. We tried it one night. It very good Indian food. I'm not a huge fan of Indian food, but I found it pretty
Yeah,
good.
it was good.
We had lamb chops that were delicious for the appetizer.
Shrimp.
The shrimp that we had was fantastic. What else did we get that was pretty good there? I'm trying to remember.
Butter
what we had.
chicken.
The butter chicken. Delicious.
Rice.
And it's kind of served as family style where you share it. So, but the portions are kind of small. So I'd say if you really want butter chicken, order 2 of them,
Yeah.
because it's pretty much enough for one person, or to get half and half would be like a taste essentially.
Or just, I think it's better just to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't order more.
And their drinks were delicious. What was the drink that they offered? The
The
mango.
mango lassi.
Yeah, that
Mango
is
lassi.
highly recommended. And I hate mango, and I still love it. And it
It was
delicious.
so good.
So highly recommended.
Yeah.
But that's one of the places that you do have to make reservations for.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the restaurants you don't, but there are a few that you do, and that's one of them.
One of the other restaurants that you need reservations for is the Thai restaurant that's on the private island.
It's called Royal Thai. It's very renowned. Everybody talks about how great it is. We ended up not going there because we just ran out of time with all the other restaurants that we wanted to try. Yeah, you only have so many days there. You're going to have to pick and choose what you want to go to. We chose not to go to that one, but everybody that we talked to that went there said it was one of their favorite places that they went the whole trip. So I guess I'll recommend it based on other people's opinions to check it out and take a look. We did try the French restaurant. How do you pronounce it?
Le Jardin. The garden, pretty much in French. The garden. Le Jardiniere.
There we go.
Le Jardiniere.
There we go. So the French restaurant, we did try that, and we did enjoy it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say our appetizers were our favorite that we had. We had the escargot and the scallops. And,
So good.
And I don't like scallops, and these scallops were fantastic. They were just seared perfectly, left raw in the middle like they should be because they're just supposed to be seared, and they were fantastic.
They
very
were
good.
so tender, and it was like melted in your mouth.
And for me to like it, that's a big deal because I don't like scallops at all. So it was very good.
And I know escargot, I mean, yes, it's snails, but so tender, just garlicky and buttery, and
Just like a garlic clam. It was delicious.
oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Highly recommend. Anyways, so for dinner, I ordered the Chateaubriand, which is like a filet mignon, but like the center cut of it. It was pretty good. I wouldn't give it 10, 10 out of 10 kind of thing. I'd say 6 out of 10 was steak quality. It wasn't the best I've had. That's actually the one letdown on the trip that I had was I didn't find the steak quality to be up to par, and yeah, it just wasn't 100%. And then you had the bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse, and that was fantastic. If you like seafood, yeah, I would have ordered that again. It had a good mixture of different seafood on that thick stock,
Yeah, it looked-
tomato-based stock.
lots of clams and mussels, and it was just chock full of
Shrimp.
seafood.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
So that was the French place. We enjoyed it. You do need reservations for that place as well. So that's 3 restaurants at Royal Caribbean that they want reservations for. Those are the only 3 though. The rest is all first come first serve as you go. So the next was the Cricketers Club. Cricketers Club is like a English pub style place. They're open for dinner and they're open for late night. They're open till like 2 in the morning or whatever. So the late night menu, if you want to get something to eat, that's pretty much the only place when you get into the wee hours of the night. They have traditional stuff like fish and chips and shepherd's pie and stuff like that.
Snacky type of stuff.
Yeah, lots of snacky stuff. You want
Desserts.
like barbecue wings or like, pub style stuff. And then you can also, it's the only place you can get Guinness on the island or at the resort. So they have Guinness in bottles. And then everywhere else is Red Stripe pretty much for your beer choice. But it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it overall. It's a cool
I like
vibe. It's got an old style bar in there. They got dart boards, and it's just that old Cricketers Club. I mean, cricketer like style English pub kind of feel.
They
to it,
did a
like,
really good
very
job with the
theming.
decorating there.
very
It
thematic.
fit really well with the theme, and they did the detail
Yeah, it's
that
very
they put
detailed,
into it.
made you
Yeah.
feel great. They had sports games playing on TV. We were there during the beginning of the NFL
We
playoffs, so
played
everybody was
darts.
playing already up there playing their football games on Sunday. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were playing cricketer games during the week. So it was neat. And then they also
Yeah.
did karaoke in that location at night, which was pretty fun for the entertainment. So
Yeah.
overall, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then we have Spices. So Spices was the same place you can get breakfast and lunch buffet, but at dinner it's a full sit down restaurant. Again, they have the nice view. You're outside on the deck. Um, Beautiful overall. It's a Caribbean style food overall. We went there only one time, and we got lobster tails when we were there, and they were good. We actually went there for dinner number 2 that night.
Yeah.
For our first night there. We actually just went for dessert, ended up getting a couple of lobster tails, and then having dessert afterwards. So, and it was very good. So,
Great view.
great view,
Mm-hmm.
great food. The dessert's excellent that they have there. So it
Yeah.
was like a little bread pudding kind of thing, banana bread pudding and ice cream, and
Loved it.
it was very good. So that pretty much wraps up Royal Caribbean. So that's oh, actually one more, almost forgot. La Tavola, which is the Italian restaurant that they have there, and it looked very good. Again, we didn't get to go and try it because we just didn't have enough nights to try it all. It was very busy each night, so definitely get there early when it first opened. I think at 5
Yeah.
or 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice. It was situated like in the outdoor garden area of the resort, and it was very pretty, and everybody seemed to love it. So
Yeah.
no complaints there. The nice thing about staying at a Sandals is you can use their sister resorts as well. And with Royal Caribbean, right next door is Montego Bay, about a 5-10 minute drive.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
It's
so they would come and pick you up on a shuttle
super
that
close.
leaves every hour, takes you over there. So we went over there for dinner to eat quite a few nights. And so covering the different options that they have there, we will do. They have 12 different restaurants in total. One place that I was kind of jealous of that we didn't have at our place was
his favorite place.
maybe Cafe de Paris, which is like their afternoon snack area kind of thing. They're open for breakfast. They're open all day, but it's ice cream and gelato, and then they have lots of crepes and pastries and stuff like that you'd go in.
Iced coffees. You could even get some like amaretto or
you could get alcohol mixed into your coffees and stuff, and it just a nice little place to get a snack. You know, it would have been nice to have a dessert place at Royal Caribbean. That's the one thing I didn't care for is they had no quick place to get in and get dessert. If you wanted dessert, you had to go into one of the restaurants, sit down, be served, and it just takes a long time.
This was a cute little place. It was just like a little corner, little
very nice.
little bakery gelato place, and
I had some sort of rum cream crepe thing that
the crepes. I forgot about the crepes.
Delicious.
Yeah,
but they have a lot of offerings there, and a great place to go grab something sweet if you want. For lunch there, they have a place called Bayside, which is their version of kind of Spices. It's more of their lunch buffet place for buffet for breakfast and lunch. They offer same thing. It's the same kind of rotation too as at the other resort. So if you want to get a quick buffet, we went in there on what was it, Italian Day or?
We went in there one of the days and we just kind of glanced and walked by and.
Well, we ate there for lunch when we stayed at the pool. We went out there and had lunch.
But one of the days I think we just passed by to see how it was. And I think it was Italian night, and then we ended up just going to get our beef patties.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So we did have.
But we did have it one night. Yeah. One lunchtime.
One afternoon. And I can't remember what we had, but I remember it being very good.
It was a bunch of everything.
It was American Day, I think. They had like a variety of everything. So
a little bit of pasta, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of it was a lot of different
nice salads,
stuff.
Nice desserts. They have a lot of offerings, so that was nice, and it was quick and easy to do. So highly recommend that. Sorry about the sirens in the background. Obviously back at home. They also have Mariners, same as at Royal Caribbean. It's located right on the beach. Quick place to grab burgers and beef patties, chicken patties. Yeah. They also have a place called Stewfish, which we didn't get to partake in. It was closed for renovation at the time, so I'm not exactly sure what they have, but that's another offering that they'll have on a regular basis when they reopen after their maintenance is done. They also have the pizza place, Dino's again. You can get your quick pizzas right there on the beach if you want. And they also have a jerk shack. And we did find the jerk shack did things a little bit differently there than at ours. We actually liked it a little better there.
Yes, I liked it better at this place because the jerk pork was like pork chunks and it was super tender. Whereas at Royal Caribbean, it was a little bit more like a shredded.
So just a little
variance. They were good, but they were just a little different. And
the location is easier to get to, obviously, because it's not on a private island, so you just walk up to it. The thing with Montego Bay is it's very spread out. It's very long down the whole beach, and
Hmm.
so you have to walk to the different restaurants that they have there. So Jerk Shack's kind of like down the road a little bit, and it is next to like a swim up pool and bar, so it's easy to like hang out, get your drinks, grab something to eat there. So for dinner at Montego Bay, they have a couple different options than at Royal Caribbean. So one is Oleander's. We didn't eat there, but it's a Caribbean type place. Basically,
Hmm.
I think it kind of mirrors spices in the way
Yes,
that they
I agree.
the offerings that they have. So it's just a different name, but it's very similar in the style of food that they
Hmm.
offer. They also have Cucino Romano, which is their Italian version or their Italian place.
Hmm.
We did go in there for dessert one night, which we got the tiramisu and a panna cotta, and very
Yeah,
good. They were
very good.
delicious. That was
Hmm.
like her favorite
Oh,
tiramisu she's ever had, and she's a huge fan.
loved it.
So that was very good. Another place they have is Tokyo Joe's, which is kind of like a Mongolian grill kind of place. You pick
Loved
what you
it.
want. They'll serve you at your table. You get your appetizers and stuff at your
It's
table, but
great.
then you go up and you get your plate and you go to the guys cooking behind the woks and order what you want and they cook it in front of you and give it
Yeah,
to you. So it was very good, fantastic, right on the
loved
beach,
it.
hanging over the water, and so you get the nice watching the water crash
And
and
it was really nice because we went right when it opened and the sun was setting. And then you just,
very
it
nice
has, what is
vibes.
it, like a glass?
Yeah, it's like a glass wall next to you, so
So you
you're pretty
just,
much like
beach and the sunset. It was gorgeous, very romantic.
very nice place.
Loved it.
Great place. Highly recommend it. They also have Butch's Steakhouse, which is the most famous place there,
Hmm.
probably. It requires reservations. It's their famous steakhouse. We had reservations, but the only reservation that we made them like the first day we were there,
Yeah.
right after we checked in, and we could only get them on the very last day at 8 o'clock or 8:30, and we just decided that was too late for dinner. Ended up canceling the reservation, um, especially
Well,
because I was let down with the steak at the French place. I didn't have high hopes for the restaurant there.
well, and also I think because being that there's a shuttle that takes you back and forth, the last shuttle ride that you could take is 10 o'clock to get back to the other.
10:30.
Oh,
10:30.
10:30. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it was really pushing it because you're going to be there for a while. And that was the only reservation they could give us was the 8 o'clock. And when you go to the restaurants, some of them, they take a little bit of time. They don't just bring you out the food. So
Yeah, it
that
takes
was
a while.
another risk in keeping that reservation. And we opted to just cancel it
Yeah.
and go to
Well, one of the
our
other
favorite places.
well, and one of the reasons we didn't feel so bad about canceling it is we paid when we went. We upgraded. I got her and surprised her with a candlelight dinner.
That
So that's an extra cost that you can book with Sandals ahead of time. They take you out. We were out on a little peninsula at the end of the kind of the I don't know what
the
do you call
break,
it,
almost like
like
the
the
water
water
break.
break, and then they have like a little gazebo there that they did our candlelight dinner at, which is pretty much the same food that you get at
Yes,
Butch's
I
that they
agree.
say, and they bring over to you and give it to you, and it was fantastic. And
Steak,
yeah, it was like steak, lobster,
lobster.
huge lobster
It
tail.
was a whole
It's like a
meal.
4 or 5 course meal, but it
Yeah,
was fantastic. I highly recommend that too. We really enjoyed it. It was very
loved it.
romantic. It was a little windy the night we went,
It
but
was a
other than
little
that,
windy, but
it was
it was so
nice.
private. There wasn't anybody else out there other than just the server, our waitress that was coming out, and there was nobody else. It was just us
Yeah, it was very nice, very
and a
romantic.
kitty cat
Yeah,
that.
little cat that wouldn't leave us alone. But that was about it.
So
Um,
now we get to our favorite.
yeah, our favorite place of the whole trip at Montego Bay was Soy Sushi. Soy, we're big sushi fans, so we eat sushi probably once a week,
Hmm.
and it was fantastic. I mean, we had low expectations going in just because we're very picky with
Yeah.
sushi, very picky. So we went there the very first night. We figured it'll be an easy light dinner. We'll get it out of the way, and if it no good, then we won't go back. But
Yeah.
we ended up going there twice because it was fantastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, we ordered a ton of different things there, and all of it was great. The nigiri, fantastic. That's our favorite. Just
It
super
was great.
fresh. Felt like it was just got caught that day, and everything we had there was fantastic. Also, the theming is just beautiful. Gorgeous
Hmm.
restaurant. It's located right next to Butch's at
Hmm.
Montego Bay, and no reservations needed. But we do recommend that you get there right. Actually, we get there about
Before.
yeah. It opens at 5:30. We would line up at 5 to be first or second in line because once they fill the seats, people could be there for it takes about an hour to eat before it
Yeah.
takes a while because it's only one or two chefs cutting up the sushi. So you could be there waiting for an hour, hour and a half if you're not there right when it opens.
And
So
we definitely recommend that when you do order the stuff, like just order
everything you
everything
think you're gonna eat.
exactly because it's not like a regular restaurant at home where it's like, oh, let me just try a couple of things and then we could just order more, which you can. It's just going to
Gonna take
take
yeah.
you
It takes like
so
sometimes it'll take
long.
30, 40 minutes to get your food
Yeah.
because I don't yeah it just takes a long time. So Yeah, order everything you want. I would say the Nigeria pieces, which I like, is actually smaller than a lot of restaurants I've been
Hmm.
to for sushi. So order more than you think you're going to need because I ended up ordering like 18 pieces and knocked them down. Like the waiter was looking at me funny because I
Yeah.
ordered so many pieces,
The
but
first
we
time, the
finished it in
first
like
time
two
that we
minutes.
went, we were a little bit conservative in what we ordered. So then when it was over, we still wanted more, but we just thought, gosh, it took a long time.
Yeah, we didn't want to order more, hold up
Yeah.
seats and stuff. So we
And
just like
that's the night that we had our
went dinner number two.
second
Yeah.
dinner and at our hotel and had lobster tails.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
okay that night. But yeah, order a lot when you go to sushi if you like sushi and yeah, you won't regret it. So
And they
five
also,
stars.
and it's not just fish. I mean, for anyone that, let's say,
They have rolls and they got what, like teriyaki beef, I think, and chicken that you could
yeah,
order
I
like
think they
bento
have,
box style kind of stuff.
and also soups. I think they
Soups
have
like
like
udon and
udon,
ramen and yeah, so there's a variety of stuff for people that don't just like raw fish.
or yeah,
And then they,
couples that maybe one likes it and the other one,
yeah,
doesn't.
then they had a full assortment of sakis and stuff if you like that, and
Hmm.
Japanese beers if you'd like to try it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I highly recommend. And then they also have a cricketers club at Montego Bay, which is the same as Royal Caribbean. It's late night food. They have regular dinner food.
Hmm.
Same stuff though, like shepherd's pie, fish and chips, that kind of thing. So we didn't partake in that.
Yeah.
But overall, what would you say the food quality is overall for?
Way, way better than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking that because it is all inclusive, that it was going to be on the mediocre side.
Yeah, you worry about that.
I was
You just
worried.
don't know
Yeah, you just
how
don't
many
know.
corners they're going to cut. Like I said, I will knock them on their beef when it comes to the steak. It's just the quality wasn't super high. But that could just be because it's on an island and it's hard to get it out
Well,
there.
that, and I
Import.
think, well, and I think just maybe every country's different in the way they season and
Maybe.
they make
Yeah.
it. So I mean, but overall, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed by the food quality, by the restaurants, super clean, super nice staff.
Absolutely.
And yes, I mean it does take a little bit of time at some of the restaurants to receive the food, but it's well worth it. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah, they
they
work hard
definitely.
and they do a good job. So highly recommend Sandals Food. Good job.
Yep.
Worth the money. And
We're still
yeah.
thinking about it.
Exactly. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel. We're going to do a couple more videos on sandals, just kind of giving an overview of different things there, like the entertainment and things. And also, mainly our channel is dedicated to anything adventure related, whether it's going out and doing day trips or camping or overlanding
Or just vacation.
Any vacations we can get our hands on that we can just get out of town, get away from work.
And disconnect.
Yeah, and disconnect. So please like, subscribe. Give us a comment. If you've been to Sandals, let us know what your favorite thing was to eat. If you have better suggestions, throw them down in the comments or questions, whatever. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.